Okay, so I'm going to show you how to mobilise your shoulder using a heavy resistance band. Now, when I say heavy, these are probably the heaviest ones you'll be able to get from something like Kmart. You can actually get much heavier ones. Nothing wrong with using those, but this has got plenty of pull for me to actually be able to stretch my shoulder and actually traction my shoulder open. So actually sort of pull the joint apart just a little bit. So follow this little sequence and you get a really nice comprehensive shoulder mobilising routine. So I'll usually start, I'll put my hand through the loop and then hang on to the strap. Now for this first one, I'll actually just pull myself away from my attachment point. So I'm actually pulling my hip away from this joint here, and there's actually a little bit of traction along this line back through this band. And I'll actually pull this hip back here, which you can hardly see there. I can actually pull this hip away from that line. So I'm getting a long stretch through my lats, through my teres, and getting a bit of traction through the joint. So this first one, I'm really just pulling long, dropping my body down to be parallel with the band. The next one, I'm going to spin around about 180 degrees, and this time I've actually got the band behind me. I've got my palm upwards, there's my thumb at the top, and I'm actually turning my shoulder, so I'm getting a stretch through my pecs, through my pec major, the front of my shoulder, and again I'm getting a little bit of traction back through the joint. Probably doesn't look like much there, it's not the best angle, but basically I can get pretty much a straight line from here back through to that attachment point the more I lean into it. Okay, so again, we'll go from the front of the shoulder, we're going to go to the back of the shoulder. So for this one, I'm just dropping down here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm actually using the band to pull my arm back in that direction, getting a terrific stretch back here through the rear shoulder. Now the trick with this one is don't let your shoulder come up around your ear, drop your shoulder down and imagine you're trying to push your chest out through the back of your arm. So really nice little stretch here at the back of the shoulder, rear deltoids, rear capsule of the shoulder, again with that traction. So not only am I stretching, I mean I could do a stretch like this, and that certainly adds another element to this, but we're getting a terrific little stretch there with traction of the back of the shoulder. So that's about our third position. Next one, I'm going to come right around again, and this time I've got my arm up behind my back. Okay, so back like that, I'm actually taking my shoulder into full extension. So this arm's now being pulled back behind me. I've got my palm upwards and I'm getting a terrific little stretch at the front of the shoulder. Now, if I want to get deeper down into my dips, or if I want to get deeper down into say ring dips, maybe I want to get right down deep into a muscle up. So this would be a terrific one to actually warm up the shoulder for that. So my arm is basically being pulled up and back. If I make my body come up a little bit more upright, I'll make that stretch a bit more extreme. Okay, next one is pretty much triceps. So getting into this position, then I'm going to come forward and let the band pull my hand back between my shoulder blades, and I can tip my body forward. Again, getting a nice little bit of extra stretch on top of what I might otherwise try and do with just my own body. So the band adding an extra element here. All right, so there you go. You've got quite a few different little stretches there. Every one of them, you can do little nuances to them by doing things like turning your hand upwards, downwards. They'll all change the line of pull through all these soft tissues. It's a terrific little tool. As I say, you can get these from Kmart for about 20 bucks. They're terrifically versatile pieces of equipment. So you're looking at a thickness, I don't know, around about that. You can get ones which are a good twice as thick as that, but you'll find they're quite a lot more expensive and you won't find them at Kmart. Anyway, look, have some fun with that. See how it feels, see how it makes your shoulders feel. I love it. I use it for just about as a warm-up for just about every workout. So have fun. Bye for now.